to its minute relevance. Indeed. Okay. Let's start.
Listen, you are in a daze right now. You don't know who you are, why you're here. None of that matters. In the near future, you will encounter many perils. You will meet companions who treat you like family and embark on unimaginable adventures. Remember what you feel in this moment. As long as you know in your heart where you're heading, you will arrive at the end of the story. That's the you I like.
I have wine to soothe the souls of honored guests. Welcome aboard the Cienjo La Fool.
Isi musik sama dulu. Ban ya. Himeko. What is this letter? Maybe. Hitam. Is that you?
Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. You are not one of them, Jinyuan. You are one of them.
The Xianzhou is in danger. This man, he...
The train is about to make the jump. Hold on, everyone.
The universe. Eons. The Astro Express. Can I get dragged into a science fiction movie or something?
You also have another option. If you want, you can leave with us. Sometimes we stop on other worlds and we'll continue.
Kanan daw.
It's empowering, looking out at a world from a window like this. But when you set foot on the planet itself, you realize how small and helpless you really are.
The Express has traveled world after world. We're merely passing travelers. Witnesses to part of a grander story.
Our ancestors built the city, striving in the bitter snow to prolong our civilization. Even if this world is doomed to fall apart, we should allow humanity to pave the way to its final outcome.
It's like
Wait a minute.
To fall apart. We should allow humanity to pave the way to its final outcome.
It's like weaving rope. You and I can only add one gold thread each time. But eventually,
I forgot her
we'll
name.
make a next stop to pave the way for the future that is written. Long time no see, Astral Express crew. I'd like you to make a destination alteration. Finally.
Oh.
Rudimentary. Your every move has been foreseen by the Omniscient. Fushred Divination Commission.
Betul.
こんなにし 入れるなら車にすればよかった。
もう一つの仕事は振り出しに戻ってしまったし、収入もかなり減るだろう。ビデオ屋の方も本腰を入れないと。
それもそうだね。でもなんでスローな映画ばっかりなの？スリリングな方がよくない？お兄ちゃん。
リーン、僕は万人受けするビデオを選んでるんだ。
万人受けね。ほとんどアートとドキュメンタリー映画なのに。
それはこういう映画を求める人は多いんだよ。新エリートでの生活は大変だからね。
みんなそんなやわじゃないって。前回はお兄ちゃんが選んだんだし、次は私の番だよね。
二人で選んだんだ。
あれはお兄ちゃんに乗せられたの。次は私がビデオを選ぶ。
すみません、フォロー調査協会ですが。
間に合ってるよ。お兄ちゃんいいよね。
けど今月は僕がじゃなくてお客さんがドキュメンタリーを見たいって言うし、元のプランでいいんじゃないかな。
ああ、そうやってお店のお金を自分の趣味に。
さて何のことだ。もう一つの仕事の依頼人だ。さて仕入れには変更なし。次回はいや先にこっちの仕事だ。リン
お兄ちゃん少しプランを変更しない？
いつの間に。
依頼人の方はお兄ちゃんに任せるよ。私は代わりにビデオを仕入れてくるね。
まさか一人で行くのか。おいリン、
ちゃんと万人受けを選ぶよ。店番よろしくね。
Oh, gameplay. You can check.
話は聞いたわ。リンが強制フォロー災害に巻き込まれたかもしれないって。何やってんのよ。実の妹を危険な目に遭わせるなんて。あんたそれでもプロ？
ミコの親分、機械人も充電を忘れるって言うだろ。店長も焦ってたんじゃねえのか。
大切な人との別れは何よりも辛いものだ。
おいアンビ、映画のセリフならもっと気の利いたやつがあるだろ。
ごめんなさい。私たちは本当に林先生を心配してる。その証拠にニコは今回こそ依頼料をおまけしようか真剣に考えてた。余計なこと言わないで。それより早く出発するわよ。敵の数が増加。
出力全開。
こうそんなに痛くしないから。脅威を排除した。待って、この先に誰かいる。
本当だ。それに侵食結晶もね。正真正銘の生存者だ。
処刑する。
っき見つけた生存者は全員救出できた。他に探してない場所は？なんだと？そんな店長の妹さんが。
パエトーン、私たちのこと。
Embek, sabi.
信用してるわよね。よし、なら一旦フォローを離脱するわよ。あんたは取り残された人たちの手がかりを救出された生存者から聞いてきなさい。手がかりからエリアが絞れたら連絡して、そこの捜索を手伝ってくれそうな助っ人を呼んでくるから。
大丈夫。この提案には高い実現可能性がある。ニコが助っ人を呼べることを前提に。
もちろん呼べるわよ。私がこの業界で培った一番の財産はね、 TPO に応じて使える幅広いつてなのよ。
Ooh. She looks good.
クライアントが来た。
話は聞いてるぞ。お前の家族がここに閉じ込められたんだな。
心配すんな。俺たちが必ず救い出してやっからよ。ここまでだ。
battles you. I'm too nice of a guy. Life can be risky and I tell you why.
でもニューシー。
で食わすとはな。お前ら気を引き締めろ。
クライアントを守るぞ。了解。気にしてやるよ。
かかってきな。
ここまでだ。自信まで響かせてやる。俺の出番か。はっほっおっ怪我したやつはいねえか。ああ、大丈夫だ。
あそこに誰かいるのか。
食べ過ぎじゃないか。
いいじゃん。ずっとフォローにいたんだから。
体はどう？
バッチリ。ああ、仕入れたビデオはフォローに落としちゃったけど。
お客さんがっかりするだろうな。新しいビデオがなくて。
がっかりはお客さんじゃなくてお兄ちゃんの方でしょ。
それならまた明日仕入れに行こう。次はリンが決めていいから。
あ、本当に？じゃあいいこと教えてあげる。お兄ちゃん、ドキュメンタリーが見たいんでしょ？
記録じゃ
ダメ？実はベースドキュメンタリー風ブレブレのカメラはフェアリーがいい感じにね、涙ありスリルありの超絶
Oh. And this.
Welcome, weary traveler from afar. I'd really love to look into your future with my amber eye if I could. Nights in the desert are cruel. Sleep soundly and know that I am watching over you.
Ooh.
Do your worst. Too easy. A shield is not enough to protect the most important things. That's why I must also wield a spear. Hear my prayer! This new strength I now gain in the present is preparing me for trials that lie ahead in the future.
In the eyes of many adventurers, merchants, and even mercenaries, Aru Village is the only safe haven in an otherwise treacherous desert. Though far from prosperous, it provides ample food and water to all who come here in need, as well as a bed for the night. On one condition: do not disturb the peace.
Stay close.
As the sworn protector of Aru Village, Candace is highly adept with her shield and spear. With the aid of her hydrovision, she can fend off the strongest of storms and the fiercest of foes. Life is harsh in the hot and arid desert. Strength and endurance are the key to survival for those who dwell here. When Candace is in the party, the active character benefits from reduced stamina consumption from climbing. Candace's normal attack can combo up to 4 strikes with her polearm, dealing physical damage. Using her charged attack, Candace consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing physical damage to enemies along the way. Tap Candace's elemental skill to perform a swift shield strike, dealing hydro damage to enemies in front. Hold her elemental skill, and she raises the shield to block attacks from nearby enemies. The shield absorbs damage based on her max HP and offers extra protection against hydro damage. The shield can remain until Candace finishes casting her elemental skill. After holding the skill for a fixed duration, Candace will finish charging her attack. Then, when the skill is released, its duration expires or the shield is broken, she performs a forward leaping strike that deals hydro damage. After unlocking the talent Aegis of Crossed Arrows, if Candace is hit while holding her elemental skill, she instantly finishes charging.
We shall prevail!
When Candace unleashes her elemental burst, she holds her weapon high to summon divine assistance, which deals AoE hydro damage based on her max HP, and continuously grants the Prayer of the Crimson Crown state to the active character. In this state, when a character's normal attack deals elemental damage to an enemy, the damage dealt is increased. Switching characters unleashes a rippling wave attack, dealing hydro damage to nearby enemies. This can only be triggered a limited number of times during Prayer of the Crimson Crown's duration. Additionally, characters wielding a sword, claymore, or polearm gain a hydro infusion while Prayer of the Crimson Crown is in effect.
So it's from ulti.
After unlocking the talent Celestial Dome of Sand, when a character under the effect of Prayer of the Crimson Crown deals elemental damage with a normal attack, damage dealt is increased based on Candace's max HP. Candace is a kind soul who is only too happy to stow her weapon when not needed, but anyone who mistakes her good nature for weakness and fails to respect the customs of Aru village should prepare to face the consequences. When battle commences, Candace comes to the defense of the party, using her elemental skill to block the enemy's attack and perform a counterattack. When energy is full, she casts her elemental burst to deal AoE hydro damage and boost her teammates' normal attacks with the Prayer of the Crimson Crown status, then joins them in removing the unruly visitors from Aru village for good. There are many rumors about the village guardian with the one golden eye. They say that the sands are her spies, the storm winds are her servants, the blood of King Deshret flows in her veins, and that even the strongest of foes must yield at her command. People who have lost their guardian deity often display the greatest interest in the gods, but having never seen a god with their own eyes, the far-fetched products of their naive imaginations are poor substitutes for reality. Yet despite being the subject of these fanciful rumors, Candace herself takes a much more sober view of things. A shield is but a tool, a polearm but a weapon, and what matters most is not the divine power a weapon contains, but the determination of the one who wields it.
To me, Zubair Theater is a home away from home.
Cheers!
Cheers! How are the props? I did some fixes and touch-ups. Oh, they were great. Thank you so much, Miss Nadia.
It's over. Now I don't have to hear Mr. Zubair yelling at me every day.
Oh, he's just a worrywart is all. Don't lose heart. Everyone loved your performance. Huh? Hey, get back here, Buster! Swav! Aw, here you are. Who's a good doggy, huh? Aw, come here. Aw! Have you been eating some extra treats? I can barely lift you anymore. Every day spent with the theater is a day full of bliss.
It's your movement. You're still not getting it.
All right, okay.
Sorry, I'm trying. Finally, we're done.
Without everyone's tireless efforts, this special place wouldn't exist. I always wish this show could last a little longer. Thank you for coming to watch our performance. Miss Nilu, will you teach me the dance you came up with in the desert? Slow down. First, close your eyes and relax your body. Then, picture an oasis bathed in starlight. Now imagine that you are the water, clear and bright, just like jelly. To the world, you're invisible. It never stops to notice you. So you stand up, you leap and twirl, and you show them through dance. A captivating dance is like water about to boil. Quiet whispers grow into a chorus of cheers. To make ripples in your audience's hearts, you have to make a big splash. Dance with the waves! Wow! Pretty amazing, huh?
Nilu? Do you know where the ribbon for tomorrow's performance went?
Sure do. I was practicing with it in the desert. I'll work something out.
颜色。抱歉，刚才没有注意到你。你是来看我画画的吗？可是我还没有落笔，找不到满意的颜色。要来和我一起画吗？你好像能带来新的颜色。我们从哪儿开始好呢？原来你是用这种方式画画的吗？那你觉得这些颜料们想要变成什么样子呢？黄昏，海滩，暖暖的，温柔的颜色。我喜欢海浪拍在脚上的感觉，凉凉的，痒痒的。以前和大家一起去海边的时候，很开心。对了，去海边的话，把我的朋友们也画上吧。帆船先生，螃蟹小姐，还有，这样就有好多好多朋友了。你还有想要邀请的朋友吗？我也很期待你会邀请谁来一起玩。原来你是在画我吗？谢谢你，我在那里一定玩得很开心吧。不如这幅画就送给你好了，这样你也能和我们一起玩了。我喜欢你带来的颜色，下次再和我一起来画画吧。
伝説の極楽浄土は今降臨しようとしている人たちの
ケビン、あなたの目的は一体何？友
か敵か選べ。
自在に一番弟子リース社ご指導を。激流狂乱、この戦法はめったに激流狂乱、
Kenapa sih di Let's Move?
博士、本当に割に合うと思うのですか？
Dunia?
Hey!
Hey! Ouch!
Watch out!
You didn't see anything, right?
Yeah, I saw that you need more practice. Hello, captains.
Hi, everyone.
We wanted to start off with something special for you all today.
Yep, we were just practicing taking to the sky with our swordsmanship.
Yeah, right. You almost fell on your face.
Like you could do any better. So I'm sure you've all noticed the decorations we put up to introduce a new character in version 6.1. A character I absolutely adore.
I'm sure you all know who we mean by now. She's Li Susheng, the star pupil of the Wanderer's House.
Yeah, Li Susheng is a swordswoman born in Shenzhou 500 years ago. She is the daughter of Qin Yi, the 7th protege of Master Phoenix. At the age of 5, she came to Chengling Shuang, the 5th protege of Master Phoenix, to learn the art of the sword. 10 years later, she was instructed by her master to head out on her own and take on the trials. But she quickly found herself caught in a web of conflict. Afterwards, Li Susheng became seriously injured. And so, Otto used xoxo technology to cryogenically freeze her before waking her up in Kolosten. She would even go on to fight Fu Hua. Oh, I remember that epic battle.
Looks like you really know a lot about Li Susheng.
Of course, I'm totally obsessed. I wish I could be a carefree, traveling sword fighter just like her.
Oh, I thought your resolve seemed a little different today. But you're gonna need more than resolve for what's next. Ready for a quiz?
Oh, there's a quiz? What quiz?
A quiz to see how much you really know about Li Susheng, and to see whether you're qualified to be a pupil of the Wanderer's House. Trust me, I know plenty about Li Susheng.
So you're a fan too. All right then, bring it on.
Let's start with the easiest one. What type is Li Susheng, and what kind of elemental damage does she deal?
Nice.
You're going easy on me. She's an S-rank Psi-type dealing ice damage.
That's right. As Jade Knight, Li Susheng fights with gauntlets. She wields a blade for melee attacks and generates flying swords for range attacks. Now here comes the second question. Li Susheng will build up a special kind of energy in combat. What is it?
Oh, I know. That would be Blade Sanction. Li Susheng will build up Blade Sanction in combat. And when Blade Sanction is at its max, she can use a combo attack to unleash wild swords, activating the super cool Sword Array mode.
Not bad. While Sword Array lasts, Li Susheng will remain in iron body state and rides on a sword while fighting.
Yeah, just like how we are now. Pretty awesome, yeah?
No way, you're still miles off. Li Susheng stands firmly on her sword, while using her agility to warp throughout the sword array. She is so graceful and agile. She constantly generates flying swords to strike enemies, trapping them in the array.
Hey, I'm pretty quick too. Here, I'll show you.
Whoa! You've definitely improved, but still not exactly perfect.
Thanks for the compliment.
You sound like Li Susheng, but you still have to learn how to train like her. She's a hard worker, and she always tries her best no matter who she's fighting against. And for the last question, what is her absolutely killer ultimate?
Blade Eminence, of course. The essence of the edge of Taishuan. This move perfectly showcases the power and impact of the edge of Taishuan.
Correct! Li Susheng generates a colossal sword from above to dominate the field with crushing momentum. During the skill, all skill and stage timers are paused. As the colossal sword descends, additional buffs are given to ice damage dealers on the team, and enemies are subject to devastating damage.
Wow, it looks stunning! If only I could master it.
Well, since you answered the question correctly, how about I let you try?
Super
Raise your hands. Look!
It felt awesome trying Li Susheng's ultimate. Another thing to point out, Li Susheng uses a very special weapon that's unlike any regular blade.
You'll know why just by looking at her outfit. You'll see that Li Susheng's outfit has that unmistakable Shenzhou style at first sight. But after taking a closer look, you'll find many xoxo elements as well.
Let's see. Other than frost and plum blossoms, we also have metal crosses and sword patterns.
Yep. And factoring in her experience, you'll see the integration of the two styles not only showcases her bold and generous nature, but also tells us this is no ordinary outfit.
Oh, I got it! She's wearing a high-tech Valkyrie battlesuit. No wonder her moves are even more powerful.
Yeah! Her equipment seamlessly merges traditional martial arts and advanced tech. The new version will feature Jade Knight's weapon, Nocturnal Stealth, and its pry-arm, Nocturnal Stealth Beam. The new Stigma set, Eternal Moon, will also be available in Focus Supply.
Wow! Captains can find out more if interested.
As for Anti-Entropy's impact, the weapon shared by 3 generations of the Hersher of Reason, the ultimate form of the divine key Star of Eden, Anti-Entropy, and Pry-Arm, Star of Eden World, will make its grand debut. The new Stigma set, Leisurely Sipping, is also able to be crafted. It can be obtained by transmuting Anashariak Stigma pieces into matching positions.
The equipment seems to be useful for ice damage dealers, as well as the entire team.
Yes, captains, please feel free to try them in the new version.
Since Li Susheng has come to the current world with the newest equipment, how has she adapted to modern society? Everything must be new and exciting to her.
Well, you can rest assured. Li Susheng has already gotten used to most things and is even a fan of video games. I heard she's just as skilled in video games now as she is in martial arts. Think you can best her top score?
I bet I can!
Well, it'll take a little bit of practice. By the way, how about some encouragement from Li Susheng herself?
What? Do you mean?
Listen up, everyone!
皆さんこんにちは。リース将役の福山美里です。ス将は前回の登場から少し時間が経ちました。でも S 級バルキリーとしての彼女と戦った皆さんはス将ちゃんのことをよーく覚えてくださっているんじゃないかな、いてほしいなと思っております。先ほどの PV で以前と何も変わらず明るくて可愛い姿を見せてくれたリース将ちゃん、いかがだったでしょうか。そんな彼女をもう一度演じることができてとっても嬉しかったです。戦闘画面を見ながら声を当てると元気でかっこいい胸郭になったような気がしてきてですね、とっても楽しいです。しかも彼女の技はとても洗練されていて勢いがあるので、セリフを読んでいるとまるで本当に剣を握っているような感覚になってきて、思わず体が動いてしまうというか、こう興奮してくるというか、勢いが増してくるというか、腕を振り回してしまうというか、そういう風になってしまいます。そんな風に収録した彼女の技を新たなバージョンで体験できるのが私もとっても楽しみです。ス将は長い眠りから目覚め、現代での旅に出て新たな物語を紡ぎ始めました。皆さんにも今回のお話を満喫してもらえたらとても嬉しいです。あ、でもですね、おおらかで可愛い子とはいえ彼女は胸郭ですので、再び強敵と対峙することがあったりとかしそうですよね。まあもしそんな時があっても彼女なら大丈夫だと思っております。なんといってもあのことわざがありますから。案ずるより有無が安しってね。それではリース将の活躍にご期待ください。
Oh, lagi lewat. Sih.
Event Midnight Chronicle will be available in the new version and will include 2 phases. Captains can get to know the chivalrous deeds of Li Susheng while experiencing her obsession with tales of Xia Fantasia.
I'm really curious about how a sword fighter from 500 years ago falls in love with video games.
Tales of Xia Fantasia is a co-op mode where maps randomly reset daily with specific objectives for each map. There are 12 maps grouped under 3 types: race, survival, and scoring. You can go solo or play with friends to form a team of up to 4 members.
Huh? Why are there awards hidden? Let me have a look.
Looks like you'll have to defeat me first. Let's have a race. Best out of 3.
Bring it on.
Round 1. Let's try out a racing map.
You just saw how fast I was. You'll be eating my dust in no time.
I wouldn't be so sure. Start. Go,
go, go, go!
Go! Jump!
Jump!
Jump! Oh no! Another flame chaser will also have her swimsuit, flowing rhyme released in the outfit, Nibelungen Traumlied. It has a completely different vibe. The design and colors are graceful and magnificent.
Does her new outfit keep with the original design philosophy of black and white?
It sure does. Palatinus Equinox's outfit is designed with the concept of half divine and half demonic in mind. In night form, the outfit and the horse are in red and black, and the horn suggests a more devilish side, as if the Valkyrie was reborn of Hellfire. In guardian form, the colors are blue and white, with decorations resembling angel wings on her back, suggesting Durandal's divinity.
What a unique and creative design!
Captains looking to get it can participate in the outfit supply in the new version. Don't miss out! Well, we just had a little competition and went over the new outfits. Up next, we'll share with you something big.
Something to do with the main story?
Yeah, Story Chapter 32. This story will take place on the moon, where a new adventure will begin.
Wow, Kiana is finally going to meet May after such a long separation. Thinking about it is getting me all teary-eyed.
That's right. The story will span across multiple upcoming versions. And as the previous final chapter indicated, this is the final chapter of the moon's origin and finality, which is part 1 of the main story. In Story Chapter 32, captains will begin their explorations with the new Atra shelter as their base. They'll encounter mysterious robots and gradually reveal the moon's secrets. Participate in the event to get Stigma Mobius, Ouroboros B, crystals, and more.
I can't wait! Just fly me to the moon! With the moon as the new stage, does that mean we'll have more places to explore?
You bet! Here's a small hint. The following versions will go beyond the moon's surface as we discover what's going on down below, and more scenes and characters appear. You'll finally meet the World Serpent agent you've heard so much about.
Oh, don't say that! I hate it when you leave me hanging. I don't want to wait.
All right. Since you aced our quiz earlier, I may as well let you in on one more secret. Take a closer look at some of the weapons. They have a lot to do with new upcoming characters. That's all I can say for now. Stay tuned. One more thing. The Honkai Impact 3rd art collection you've been looking forward to is coming. You'll have a chance to obtain it in the new version. Please follow our event info for details.
This version feels almost like Christmas. I'll keep on practicing to get the high score during the theme event.
Hey, wait a moment. I've also got a new move to show you. Check this out.
Wow! When did you learn that? Teach me how to do it.
No problem. But you'll have to wait. Because first, we're going someplace special.
You mean?
The anniversary local event for the Southeast Asian server. We've prepared tons of bonuses this year and a mysterious challenge event. Please follow our social media for details. Well, that concludes today's program. See you on board Hyperion. Bye for now.
Bye.
もちろん分かってる。もう剣の時代じゃないってもちろん分かってる。あんたたちじゃ相手にならないよ。助っ人を呼ぶか、それともおとなしくあの子の居場所を教えてくれる？けど道着も変わった。それはどうだろう。確かに世界は未知のものになっている。今の人たちは欲しいものを掴もうとするとき、喧嘩にはもう頼らない。代わりに他の奥の手を使う。大半の人はそうだったけど、そうじゃない人たちは私にあることを教えてくれた。 たとえ必要とされなくなっても剣は存在しなければならないと。無常時代も一番弟子リスションご指導を。
有道是匣中3尺水，无坛斩龙子，命格为剑，亦贵亦险。川中有一女，其名唤作李素商，正应此称。
轮到本姑娘出场了吗？
李素商是出生于500年前的一位神州侠客，赤渊第7图秦素衣之女。她自幼习剑，5岁时拜入赤渊第5图程灵霜门下修习剑法。10年之后，她听从师傅的指示出门试剑，并由此卷入了一场壮大的波折之中。在李素商重伤之后，奥托使用天命的技术冻结了他的时间，直到克洛斯疼的时候才重新将他唤醒。这也是为什么一位500年前的古人会出现在我们如今的故事的舞台上。
所以在装甲的设计上，我们做了2种元素的结合，天命和神州2个元素结合。第一眼看到的印象，它会是一个神州风格的服装，但我们仔细观察会发现一些细节，其实有很多天命的元素在，处处暗示着它其实不只是一个服装，而是一个高科技的女武神装甲。那首先我们会看到它在肩带部分，我们做了2种设计，一个在布条这块，我们用了霜雪和寒梅的这种偏神州风格的意象，然后你仔细看上面的一些金属装饰，反而是一些十字形的和一些剑形的图案，它就是天命的元素。另外，我们可以看到它头上我们有一些发簪，还有背后有一些装饰，比如说一些雪松啊、柳枝的这种元素，体现了她侠女的这种豪迈气质，还有她这种潇洒走四方的这种性格。
就像传统武侠小说的主角一样，李素商的性格直率洒脱，她是一个爱幻想、充满好奇心的少女。即使在来到现代以后，她也很快接受了这一切。比如说，李素商在第一次使用自动售货机的时候，可能会以为里面坐着工作人员，于是和 AI 语音聊得有来有回，称兄道弟。她喜欢喝奶茶，喜欢去电影院，甚至喜欢上了去街机厅打游戏。随着李素商渐渐融入现代社会，她也很快接受了这些新鲜的事物，但还是习惯于用古代的称呼去称呼他们，比如说叫旅馆客栈，叫汽车铁皮马车之类的。
非战斗状态下的李素商完全是一个天真烂漫的少女姿态，她会把双手放在颊边，娇俏地问你问题，也会蹦蹦跳跳地表达她的高兴，又或者会向你拍一拍胸脯，给一份属于她的保证。
虽然同为国风角色，但和赤渊师祖不同，李素商的形象更多的是一个剑仙，一个侠客。
仙是他闪转腾挪之间飘逸灵动的仙气，侠是他玄剑出鞘之际白云出岫的侠气。在设计动作的时候，我们希望她是一个身形飘逸、脚步灵动、姿态优雅的小仙女，而在她出招的时候，又有一种仙波逐浪的气势和凌厉感。
不同于 BOSS 战时候的一个剑阵，在角色制作过程当中呢，我们保留了剑阵原有的特点，同时为李素商制作了全新的移动和战斗技能。玩家呢可以使用闪避剑，让李素商在剑阵间不断的闪转腾挪。同时呢，在残影攻击和这个飞剑攻击之后，它会有一个非常爆发式的一个收招技能。
在漫天的剑光过后，收招势必轻轻的踮脚转身，散去了一身凛然剑意之后的他，就变回了我们熟悉的那个天真娇俏的李素商。
你看李素商平常是一个大大咧咧的性格，但是在对待武功这件事情上，他从不怠慢。无论对手是谁呢，他都会拿出自己最强的杀招来进行对待。因此吧，他的必杀技必须也一定得是太虚剑神。 在具体的制作过程当中呢，我们一直在探讨太虚剑神的这柄巨剑，我们可以做的有多大，它的一个极限在哪里。最终呢，我们就得出了这柄通天彻地的巨剑。李素商是太虚一脉的传人，他代表了神州那几百年前过往的时光。当他手捏剑诀时，使得风云变色，山河道清。此刻，太虚剑法所有的缥缈、凌厉与厚重，都在他的必杀技里得到凝练和释放。
以心为鞘，以养利剑。
在克罗斯滕的故事尘埃落定后，李素商选择作为游历者踏上了旅程，亲身体验这个500年后的世界。而随着我们故事的发展，新的危机即将降临，旅行中的李素商也会有所行动。而如果一切尘埃落定，女武神们的生活回归日常，李素商也许会作为一名职业旅行家，在世界各地留下他的脚印，因为这才是李素商无上自在门的大弟子啊！
无上自在门大弟子李素商，承让了。
Greetings, travelers, and welcome to the Genshin Impact version 3.2 special program. I'm your host, Zach Aguilar, the voice of the male traveler, Ether, and today I'm joined by...
I've been waiting for you for ages.
Hey everyone, I'm Kimberly Ann Campbell, and I voice Lesser Lord Kusanali, aka Nahida. This is my first ever special program, and I can't wait to explore the upcoming content with all of you.
What's up, everybody? My name is Alejandro Saab, and I'm the voice of Cyno. Hopefully everyone's gotten to know Cyno a little better during this version, and we've still got plenty of Cyno coming our way in the upcoming version too.
And I'm sure lots of travelers are super excited to see what version 3.2 has in store for us. So let's jump right in and start with our new version trailer.
Let's do it!
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. We have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by?
Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us.
Amazing.
Oh.
So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. Yeah! Hey! Make yourselves at home! Yeah! But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. Is it too late for an extension?
Oh.
Not now. Stars, shine for me.
Oh.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
So, you think this is over?
Wait. No. I can't.
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world.
The Balladeer has already become a god?
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of Wisdom.
Oh.
At my command, you shall fall. My endless cycle begins. Your ploy was to sacrifice the traveler here, was it not?
Nilou, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I must admit that I'm a little scared. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hatham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Brothers, let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Quasar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
a god. Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Wow.
So, we've got a lot to unpack from that trailer.
Yeah. After experiencing the Subzerus Festival, Samsara, and surviving our journey through the desert, we'll finally get to the riveting end of the Sumeru Archon quest in version 3.2. Picking up right where we left off, the Traveler is teaming up with some amazing characters to face the Academia and rescue Sumeru's Archon. But I'm sure the first thing everyone's wondering is how we're going to save the Dendro Archon.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Nahida's been locked up by the doctor inside the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's not like we can just go walking in there. And on top of that, we're dealing with two of the Fatui Harbingers now. We've got the Balladeer in his super powerful looking boss form, as well as the doctor, who seems to be a real tricky one to predict. I'm not gonna lie, the Traveler really has his hands full with this one.
Yeah, definitely a tricky situation.
Totally. And besides these two Harbingers, we can be sure the Grand Sage will also be on his guard. But hey, with the help of two insiders like Sino and Alhaitham, we might just have a way into the Academia.
Well, as the General Mahamatra, Sino also has his own agenda. After being tracked and predicted by the Academia for all these years, this might just be his chance to settle the score.
And if we're hoping to truly save Sumeru, we'll definitely need the power of the Dendro Archon to help us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how everyone's hard work and coordination plays out.
And I don't know about you guys, but besides saving Nahida, I'm also curious how we're going to save Irminsul. Plus, we still don't know the meaning behind the words that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata left us. World, forget me.
Well, travelers will be able to personally unravel the answers to all these questions in their own journeys through version 3.2.
You know, I'm actually kind of curious what the future for Sumeru will be once they get through all of this and, well, you know, what will happen to the crew we've been working with along the way?
Yeah, same. I just hope things will work out for everyone affected by Elazar, like Dunyarzad and Kale. Oh, and we can't forget the desert dwellers who have been mistreated all these years. There's a lot that needs to change for them, too.
Right. So be sure not to miss Chapter 5 of the Archon quest, Akasha Pulses, the Kulpa Flame Rises. It'll be quite the ride, and I hope everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah, and of course, the end of this quest won't be the end of everyone's journey in Sumeru. There are still many puzzles and mysteries waiting to be solved. Whether it's Lesser Lord Kusanali, the Doctor, or the Balladeer, I think there still might be lots of unexpected things waiting to be uncovered.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome!
Okay, so now that we've talked about some of the storyline, maybe we can talk about that massive mechanical-looking puppet we've seen. That's the god that the Academia has been creating.
That's right, and now that you mentioned it, let's talk about the Balladeer boss battle.
Whew, this boss looks tough. The Doctor must have put a lot of his energy into this.
Yeah, the Balladeer has lots of strong and awesome-looking abilities, so why don't we start by checking out some gameplay from the new boss battle?
Oh, yes.
Sounds good.
Woo!
What is that? The music.
Wow, just look at the size of it. Pretty sure this boss is gonna push travelers to the limit.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that thing is huge. And come to think of it, this is like the third Fatui Harbinger boss battle we've had. They really keep stepping up the art and design every time. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
This is an ultra-powerful puppet we're going up against here. So we're talking huge attacks and epic moves.
Okay.
Let's break it down a bit. In the first phase of the battle, the Balladeer will use his massive arms to attack everyone. The arms are capable of utilizing different elemental powers, and there are several types of abilities, including attacks that create fields of burning or freezing effects on the ground.
Oh, you know what? This fight kind of reminds me of when we fight Ruin Guards. I think we'll have to come up with a way to paralyze it.
Right! And you might have noticed there are some arcane formations on the ground, so activating those might trigger some interesting effects.
And I bet a lot of people are wondering what that thing is floating next to us.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, he's kind of cute. Oh, maybe it's a Paimon reskin.
Sorry, but no. Not only is it super cute, but it's also super powerful. Travelers will need to charge energy for this little helper and use its special skill to counter the boss in battle.
A helper in a boss fight. Yeah, that's definitely not Paimon.
Once the Balladeer has transformed into this massive form, our usual attacks won't deal any tangible damage to him. So, the only thing capable of breaking through his defenses will be our little helper that we just mentioned. There will even be some moments in the fight where travelers will need to use an aiming mode to attack the boss's weak points.
Who would have guessed that little thing would be so important against a boss the size of the Balladeer?
I know, right? They also use some amazing special effects for all of the Balladeer's moves. Speaking of which, the cosmic appearance, the spacey special effects of his skills really kind of remind me of the Raiden Shogun skills.
Ah, you're right. And seriously, I can't wait to check out this new boss fight. I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
So now that we've covered the new boss battle, I think it's time to introduce the first of our new playable characters coming in version 3.2. Let's welcome Lesser Lord Kusanali, aka Nahida. Yay!
Finally!
After everything we've experienced in the story so far, I think Nahida's already like a good friend to us. It's seriously so crazy what we've been through.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, Zach. Okay, so throughout our journey, maybe everyone's already noticed some of the unique, yeah, let's call it that, unique metaphors that Nahida likes to use. And yeah, they can be pretty out there. Or sometimes she'll use really childlike language to describe some deep or profound idea. But the truth is, she has yet to set foot in the outside world since she was born. To her, all the knowledge that she has in her mind is like pieces of scenery that she's never seen with her own eyes.
Totally. It's really hard to imagine that the god of wisdom had been locked up for 500 years. Just makes me upset just thinking about it.
But I'm sure everything will work out sooner or later.
If travelers would like to spend more time with Nahida, then be sure to check out Nahida's story quest, Sapientia Oromastes chapter. The quest will be available upon completing the Sumeru Archon quest. So be sure to check out the quest to learn more.
It's nice that we'll get to spend more time with her, but I want to see Nahida in battle. What you got for us, Kimberly?
Oh, I've got lots to share. But before we get to that, let's have a quick peek at Nahida in action.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. Grow, grow, grow! The Temple of Wisdom!
Wow. She's so cute!
Look at her!
I love her!
Aw, little Nahida is so cute. I love how she hops around when she's fighting. Oh, and her swing too. So what's that skill that looks like she's using a viewfinder or something? That seems pretty different.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with her viewfinder-ish kind of skill, which is actually her elemental skill. As a catalyst user, Nahida's combat style is pretty unique. You may cast her elemental skill by tapping the skill button, or you may hold the button to enter an aiming mode. Opponents who are selected while aiming will be linked by Nahida's special mark. After you trigger elemental reactions on opponents who are linked, and when they take damage from dendro cores, Nahida will unleash Tri-Karma Purification, dealing dendro damage.
Whoa, this is so cool. Yeah, I love how it's like connecting the enemies together.
Outside of combat, Nahida can use her elemental skill and enter the aiming mode we just mentioned to interact with certain harvestable items, allowing her to collect items directly to the inventory from a distance.
Whoa, wait. Being able to harvest materials like that is gonna be so cool. That'll really save us some time.
Yeah. This skill may also have some additional uses, so travelers will have to give it a try themselves and see.
Ooh, okay.
Nahida's elemental burst is where things get really interesting. Upon unleashing her burst, Nahida manifests the Court of Dreams, expanding a special field.
That's pretty amazing. The effect really does look like some royal court or palace.
Yeah. Different effects will be produced based on whether there are pyro, electro, and hydro characters in the party. While Nahida is within the special field, a pyro member in the party will increase the damage of Tri-Karma Purification. An electro party member will decrease the intervals at which Tri-Karma Purification is triggered, and a hydro party member will cause the duration of the field to be increased. If there are at least 2 party members of the elemental types I just mentioned, then the effects will be increased further.
Whoa, this is blowing my mind right now. We'll really have to focus on which effects we want to achieve and put some thought into our team's composition.
Right? A key thing to remember is that these effects can be triggered while Nahida is not on the battlefield, as long as the active character remains in the special field radius.
Nice. Also, in addition to Nahida, we have one other character joining us in version 3.2.
That's right. She's a very peculiar academia student. Her name is Layla. Most days, she looks super tired and anxious, which seems to be a direct result of her relentless struggle with her studies.
Yeah, and not only is she frail and anxious looking, but she also studies astrology. So it's no wonder people around her might consider her a little strange and mysterious. And even though she's always groaning about her studies, most of Layla's research work is actually fine overall. It's just her lack of confidence that's really holding her back. And that's when her unusual ability comes into play.
And her ability is sleepwalking.
Yeah. While she is sleeping, Layla unleashes her true self, allowing her to regain the confidence she needs and activate the talents and strengths she's had all along. As soon as she starts sleepwalking, her unfinished papers no longer seem like the monumental tasks they were, and she completes them in no time.
This is definitely something only Layla can do. Our viewers shouldn't try to do this with their own homework. But does Layla have any idea what happens when she's sleepwalking? I mean, does she know that she has this ability?
She seems to be aware of it. The papers are obviously full of her handwriting, after all. But there have been some weird instances. For example, once during crunch time while researching, she sleepwalked and climbed the wall of Salmio, and then randomly bumped into Candace. Such weird occurrences have made her start to wonder what's really going on.
And aside from her sleepwalking, just like any other student, Layla has many typical things that she hopes to achieve, as well as some regrets. She wants to be able to make friends and go out and have fun, but it seems like she'll never be able to do any of that until she graduates.
And actually, I'm guessing that she uses her sleepwalking abilities in combat too, right?
You bet. Let's have a look at Layla in combat.
Sweet.
Even when we're not looking up at the stars, they're always there. Watching over us. My guiding stars! Stars, shine for me!
It almost looks like she's sleeping while being protected by the shield.
This shield not only protects Layla, but also creates night stars while it is active. When a character protected by the shield uses an elemental skill, more night stars will be created. Once 4 night stars have been accumulated, they will transform into homing shooting stars, dealing damage to any opponent's hit.
Ooh.
Ah, Night Stars. I love how her skills have a starry theme. It ties into her studies.
Yeah, throughout the skill's duration, each time a Night Star is accumulated, the shield strength will increase. This effect can stack up to a maximum of 4 times.
Whoa!
Layla's elemental burst unleashes a dream sphere that constantly fires starlight slugs at opponents within its AoE, while also generating Night Stars for Layla's shield. As a talented Ratawa his student, Layla also comes in handy when crafting. When Layla crafts character talent materials, she has a set chance to receive double the product.
Ah, nice.
Sweet. Anyway, when can travelers expect to see these new characters available in-game?
Great question. That brings us to our new event wishes. In the early part of version 3.2, Nahida and Yoimiya will be available. In the later part of the version, we'll be seeing rerun event wishes for Yaemiko and Tartaglia, and Layla will become available for the first time. Also, a new 5-star weapon, 1,000 Floating Dreams, will be appearing in the new weapon event wish.
Oh, nice! By the way, I've heard that Layla's been getting ready recently to participate in Sumeru's Beast Tamer tournament. But before we get into that, I think it's time for us to take another break. We'll be back with the latest info on events coming in the version update.
I know what you're thinking. It's time for redemption code. You guys get it?
Boo.
I know.
All right, that's enough.
Welcome back to the version 3.2 special program, everyone. Next, we'll take a look at some of the new events for the coming update. An amazing fungus competition is about to begin in the lands of Sumeru. Not only has it attracted local competitors from Sumeru, but also spectators from other nations.
Fungus competition? How does that even work? Aren't fungi dangerous? They're always attacking us in the wild.
I know it sounds a little weird, but you'll love it. In this contest, participants will use a special gadget called a Wisdom Orb to catch and train their fungi and participate in battle events. Although the fungi often pose as little troublemakers for us in the wild, using this gadget will allow travelers to establish a certain level of communication with them.
Okay, so if I catch and train a Jade Plume Terror Shroom, then I should be pretty much unstoppable, right?
Oh no, come on, that wouldn't be fair.
In this event, travelers will be able to sneak up on fungi in some certain areas to catch them. Unfortunately, the Jade Plume Terror Shroom is not one of those areas, Kimberly.
Aww.
If you end up startling them, they'll flee until they are outside a set distance.
After catching different kinds of fungi, you can follow Paimon's suggestion and give them cute names. But most importantly, you will have to train your fungi.
That sounds fun.
Travelers will have to use special floral jelly ingredients to mix and form blends that your fungi enjoy and unlock their true potential. While mixing ingredients, you use copy, switch, and rotate functions, and place a preset formula you have in the corresponding spot.
Aw, looks kind of like jelly. I bet Paimon's gonna be all over that.
Hey, Paimon wouldn't ever do that!
Well, I can tell why you didn't book that role.
And with all these different kinds of fungi, they should have different abilities, right?
Yeah, so to work on their abilities, we'll use something called the Special Training Mode. In this mode, there will be 2 challenge types, Coordinated Assaults and Zone Defense. Travelers will be able to command their fungi's abilities, have them coordinate their attacks against a single target, and control them to defend the Leyline Monolith.
Aw, they're so cute. This is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. As for the rewards, in addition to Primo Gems and various materials, once travelers have reached a certain phase of the event, they will also be able to summon the great and almighty merchant, Dory.
And Layla will be appearing in the event storyline, as well as a familiar visitor from another nation. Any idea who it could be?
Supposedly a fun guy.
Okay, I see what you did there. I respect it. Let's leave that for travelers to discover themselves in the event.
Come on, guys, fun guy.
Okay, next up we have a change of pace with an all-new Trials event. For this event, travelers will have to use characters' special abilities to complete specific objectives. For example, you may have to knock slimes into the goal by triggering an overloaded reaction with Yen Phase and Please attacks, or use Yelan's elemental skill to move quickly and dodge giant pinballs. Here are some others. Use Xiao's plunging attack to send platforms back to the ground, or use Beto's elemental skill to hit the ball.
This sounds like some pretty unusual training.
Yeah, and to make things even more interesting, this event will support co-op gameplay.
Nice.
This sounds like it'll be a lot of fun to watch. But what about objectives for characters that maybe we haven't unlocked yet?
No worries, we got you covered. All the corresponding characters will be provided as trial characters in the challenges.
Perfect.
In addition to these events, version 3.2 will also feature an event for our players to put their skills to the test. This time, we'll have a new edition of the Hypostatic Symphony event.
Nice. So, what changes can travelers expect this time around?
The most notable change, of course, will be the addition of the new Dendro Hypostasis. That's right, the last member of the Hypostasis family will be officially landing in version 3.2. Besides serving as a new open-world boss, the Dendro Hypostasis will also be busy performing alongside its fellow Hypostases in the Hypostatic Symphony event.
This time around, travelers will be facing challenges featuring the Dendro, Cryo, Pyro, and Hydro Hypostases. Before each challenge, travelers may select a buff effect to use. However, as you increase the difficulty, the number of uses will decrease and the enemies will become more challenging. So it'll be super important for travelers to plan the right moment to use these effects.
So what options do we have once we run out of buffs?
Travelers will still be able to use food and potions from their inventory. If you're aiming to just collect all the Primogem rewards, then don't worry, you won't need to up the difficulty too much.
Okay, good to know. Whew.
I, for one, will definitely not be upping the difficulty. And just like before, you may tackle the challenges together with your friends once they have joined your world.
Great. We can help each other out.
Oh yeah.
Now that we've covered the challenge event, let's take a quick look at a couple more casual events coming our way in the new update. First, we'll be finding inspiration for an illustrator in the Outside the Canvas Inside the Lens event. And once again, we'll be working together with Lieben in Marvelous Merchandise. It's also worth mentioning here that some optimizations have been made for the photo event this time around. Everyone will be able to select from some preset angles and can make use of the rotate and focus functions to take better pictures.
That's great.
While you're out taking pictures, you may run into some interesting storylines along the way. So be sure not to miss Outside the Canvas Inside the Lens.
Man, I love these kinds of events. Sign me up.
Yeah, me too. In addition to all these new events, we also have some news on system-related updates and optimizations. I'm really excited about the first of these, which is regarding the Serenity Pot. Starting with version 3.2, the Serenity Pot will be adding the long-awaited replication system.
Wow, that's super amazing.
Yeah. This feature will allow travelers to use sharing codes to bring designs from other travelers' teapots and implement them in their own, or share their own teapot designs. I know there may be some travelers out there who have seen some amazing teapot designs that they've wanted to also create themselves, but didn't have the ability or time to make it. With this new function, travelers will be able to bring that creativity back to their own teapot or share their creativity with others.
Get ready to hit up your friends with amazing teapot skills.
Oh, I can't wait to see everyone sharing their designs, especially with me.
Which brings us to our final update to share with everyone. This one is regarding the game's available languages. Starting with version 3.3, which will be the update following this one, Genshin Impact will be adding Turkish and Italian to the game language settings. So, players who'd prefer to see the game's text and UI in those languages can look forward to that.
The team truly hopes that travelers from all over the world can enjoy the game and start their own journeys through the world of Teyvat.
For further details, please check Genshin Impact's official channels and keep an eye out for future announcements and info.
Wow, we've covered a ton of stuff. Seriously, it's a lot to take in.
For sure. So now is probably a great time for our last redemption code.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Well, everyone, I think we've covered just about everything coming our way in version 3.2, which means we've arrived at the end of our special program.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we covered a ton of stuff.
So much stuff.
Yeah. So many events too. But the thing that I'm most excited about is, of course, Nahida playable character.
Obviously.
Nice.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely the Balladeer. Dude, it looks so insane.
Yes!
I have no idea how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, no, for me, oh my gosh, so many things. Battling the Dendro Hypostasis, and of course the fabulous Fungus Frenzy, getting my little fungi and battling with them. And, the teapot, the Serena teapot, I'm so behind on my teapot, so I can't wait to
gotta get on it.
Get some designs from others, or at least, get some inspiration from getting another teapot design.
And just as we mentioned earlier, even though the Sumeru Archon quest will be reaching its final chapter here, it most definitely won't be the end of our journey in Sumeru. In our story this time, we'll be encountering some interesting and mysterious content, and I hope it will be an amazing experience for all of our travelers. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon be with all of you.
See you in game, everyone. Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday. In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me. Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sub-Zerus festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me. Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday. In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me. Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sub-Zerus festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me. Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in the flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday.
Oh dear.
In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me. Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sub-Zerus festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me. Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. It was my birthday. Happy birthday, Nahida. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I spy a new friend.
The music. Oh, dear. Last video. Oh, Alicia.
My name when a tree sun rays once and again telling a story lost in time away stars in the winds never again making a story seem dismay with zero stop just winning.
英杰们的谢幕必须盛大而壮丽。Petals linger far, awaiting one last dance, shaking up all the doubts from the past. New stories have yet to start.
丢了。Okay. I think that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Bye. Ini tuh gacha. Bye.